You're watching Living and Thriving with Rustie, and I'm Rustie, and I'm so fortunate that I get to travel all over the world to talk to a myriad of different individuals that are living and thriving during a pandemic, something of which we've never really ever had to deal with, at least not in my generation. I've been to Spain several times, Australia, New Zealand. I've been to England several times, Iceland, Switzerland, Canada with all my Canadian friends. It's really been quite exploratory, and it's an example of what is good about the human race. I have not lost faith in the human race whatsoever. I think that the ooey gooey wonderfulness of what makes us human is so prevalent out there, and it's far larger than all the fear-based stuff that we see and hear on media, social media, radio, TV, that sort of thing. I have to say that the takeaways that we've gotten, over 1,300, yes, that's a lot of people to interview, is basically, find your passion, be good with all your flaws, because that's just who you are. So, you are enough. Find your passion, find something that makes life good and enjoyable. For me, it's the pursuit of happiness and servitude for other people. Sometimes it's writing books, like our last guest who wrote the children's book, Corona Monster. For some people, it's making cards, visiting people, calling people, doing grocery shopping for people. There's so many ways to be in service, and that is my big thing. So find your passion, get creative, be in service, and hey, dig deep, dig really, really deep, and get good with who you are, because honestly, at the end of the day, you're a big bag of water surfing on a rock, floating into infinity at huge speeds that we don't even see. That's what gravity is about, right? Today, I have my guest is Dr. London, and he's going to share his life in this pandemic and what he's doing to live and thrive. Dr. London, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, we cannot hear him. Let's see. Is there anything on my end?
Can you hear me?
Cannot hear you, my friend. I don't know if you can hear me. Nope, you're not muted on my end.
So,
yeah,
I can hear you perfectly.
I guess it's on his end, because there's nothing on my end that you're muted.
Let's see. I can't see anything here. I'm on full screen.
This is one of those like Sprint commercials. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
See, I can see you perfectly, and I can hear you perfectly. Yeah. So hold on, let me go to the chat. Okay. I'm going to go to the chat and just hold on. I don't know,
Dr. London, you're there. I see you, but
hear you perfectly.
I can't hear you.
Hold on 1 second.
You can hear us, so maybe you muted yourself. My ex-husband should have done that.
Hold on, let's try.
I got nothing, big guy, so I'm just going to babble on and bore people until you figure it out. I don't know, did you check the mute button on yours with a video camera? Yeah? This is why technology is amazing. It's always an adventure.
Can you hear me? Can you?
There you go. Hey, come back. I heard something.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Lord, yes, you're alive. Woo! Hi, Dr. London, how are you?
You know what it is? It's the bandwidth in the world. That's what it is. I'm going to start the video.
Oh, yeah, it starts automatically. So it starts automatically. So this is all live. This is all human. This is all authentic. This is the real deal. On a technological standpoint, the entertainment for those of us who have watched this show is the stretch of technology. There are so many more people using technology at the same time that it's stretching the reality of what it's like. And I love it in the sense that this is authentic and real. It's not something that's predetermined or bullshittery, as I call it. These are real people, real lives, and real things, right?
Yes, always real.
So Dr. London, who are you? What do you do? And what makes you you?
Well, that's a big, giant question. I'm going to first start. 4 years old, the first person in the entire world to ever use the law of attraction. So I used it over 40 years prior to the book coming out in 2006. So I'm 4 years old, hungry, poor family, walked down the street and I said, I want pennies. So my pocket was filled with pennies. Next, I'm not a stupid child. So the next day I do it again. I want nickels. Next day I want dimes. Then I want quarters. By the end of the week, I wanted paper money. And so I would find paper money, envelopes filled with $200, $400, $600, $800 all the time. When it rained, the gutters would be filled with wet money. I'd take the money out of the gutter and then I'd go to my home, put it in the oven and dry it. So at 4 years old, I was the richest 4-year-old. By 8, I had 13 children work for me. And today's standards, I was earning $330,000 US. So why was I able to do it? And why do I still do it? Belief. I have great belief. I have empirical faith. I used to have the largest spiritual center in the world for 30 years. At the same time, all the technology that we use, my company built. We built all the .com companies, and we built all the technology and the infrastructure. So I'm a mentor. I'm basically retired, but I came out of retirement to save people's lives, because what's going on here, I'm going to explain to all your listeners so it'll help them with hope. First of all, the earth is creating heaven on earth here. There's 3 cleansings. There's a cleansing of Mother Nature, and Mother Nature is super happy. Just super happy because of this virus, so-called virus. The next thing that's being cleansed is our economic system. The third thing that's being cleansed is humans. This is a cleansing for humans. Heaven on earth. So what's going on in the world is bad people are doing bad things, and the universe is allowing it because it's initiating a process of cleaning, and that's important. Earth cannot exist if Mother Nature and humans are not in harmony. So what's really, heaven and earth, what's really going on is humans have the first opportunity to be 5th dimensional. You can actually be an angel in a human body and co-create with God every single day of your life. And that's basically what I've been doing since the age of 4. All I have to do, not even think about it. I can walk down the street and create miracles. I had an appointment and I was walking, creating miracles. I mean, really, really solid miracles. So remember, your past is in stone, your future is in paper. So don't pay any attention to media. Media is killing human beings. Pay attention to your intuition and your belief system. So what is it like to be 5th dimensional? No opinions, no judgments, no assumptions. Imagine, I have no opinions about anything. Preferences, yes. Opinions, no. No judgments, no assumptions. So believe it or not, if you have opinions, judgments, and assumptions, you got to work on it. And this whole process of things that are going on, people dying, alcoholics, drug addicts, natural disasters, you're going to see a lot of them. You're going to see a lot more viruses.
Well, hold on, Dr. London. We don't,
sure.
This show is really, really about positivity, not doom and gloom.
Oh, okay.
So I don't do
okay.
that.
No. Okay.
And so I know what you're trying to say, but the way you're putting it out there is not positive. And so let's backtrack a little bit, because I know your intentions are good.
Right. Yeah, they're always good.
Backtrack and let's talk about, you know, there's a higher level of being, there's a higher vibration. We talk about this on the show all the time, but it's more in baby steps. And so you're talking about the fifth dimensional, and I talk a lot about quantum leaping, quantum physics, and so we're on the same page. But I would caution anyone to proselytize doom and gloom. And I support 100% getting off the TV and the media and all of that stuff, because it is very geared to whoever's paying the biggest commercial. And I've said that for 30 some odd years, and I'm 44. So I totally supporting. However, I'd like to step back a little bit and talk about being proactive at this time, and at what we can do on a mind, body, and soul basis to stay focused, stay clean, stay motivated, and stay healthy on mind, body, and soul. Is that all right?
Okay, sure. What you could do, first of all, is when this pandemic occurred in the world, nothing changed in my life except for me wearing a mask. And I only wore the mask because I couldn't get into the stores unless I had the mask. So the first thing you could do, treat your life as normal. If you say to the universe it's normal, it's going to normalize. So I'm going to tell you the positive things that you can do in the world so you will thrive. One of the things is that 90% of all the businesses in the world are going to be home-based. 10% are going to be bricks and mortar. So when you have 90%, so what I know, Rustie, since 4 years old, I see everything in the future, everything. So I've never been a person of doom.
Right?
What?
You see my upcoming presidency. Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be the first woman president.
Okay, yes. That's wonderful. Why aren't you president?
Oh.
Yeah. You're not president because really great people, great souls and great people never become president. Yeah. Actually, they wanted me to be president of the United States and I turned it down. Yes.
Yeah, I think there's so much more I can do outside of that. But what I love about your story is that you were co-creating with the universe, and you were able to obtain money, because at that time, at your age, money was the thing that people got things with.
Sure.
Logical transition. And then you grew up continually use this. I don't know if you know that I've had Bob Dole on this show from The Secret.
Okay. Well, okay, sure. The Secret, so the law of attraction, as an example, is only one natural law. There are actually 9 others, and I share them with people in the world. So nicely enough, I know all the secrets, every one of the secrets I know in the world, and I share them with everybody on a regular basis because they don't belong to me. Any wisdom belongs to God, and you should share it. So the Secret had only one purpose. That was to plant seeds with millions of people in the world that everything is possible. And everything is possible. And by showing you how I thrive, it is going to plant seeds. First of all, Rustie and all the listeners, I have the ability to remove everybody's negative imprinted memory as I talk since a child. So all you listeners out there, you're going to feel lighter. You're going to sleep well because I'm removing your negative imprinted memory as I speak. This is a divine gift. I have other divine gifts, but this one, when I speak, whether or not I'm in the grocery store. So what is thriving really about? Thriving is really about believing in yourself, and it's about faith, and it's really about empirical faith. And empirical faith is connected with love. So let's talk about love, because if I move you into divine love, you're going to be able to thrive more. So everybody who's born on earth learns cultural love. This is love that was learned by your parents, by your grandparents, by your peers, by your teachers. Really doesn't have any value. Then society created unconditional love, and then everybody puts conditions on loving. I will love you if you do this, I will love you if you do that. The only love that really is pure is divine love. And divine love helps you thrive. Why? Because it has a different vibration, and it has a much higher vibration. If you do not ever ask for money in the world today, because you won't get it. Ask for wealth, ask for riches. I heard Rustie talking about being of service to humanity. That's the key. There's an expression, God helps those that help themselves, but it really means is being of service to humanity. I've always been of service to humanity. And so in this world with 90% of the businesses being home-based, you have so many opportunities. So I'm going to tell you the industries that are going to thrive. Number one, wellness industry. It's going to thrive 10,000%. Yes, so much abundance to be made in that particular industry. The next industry, divine education. Divine education. See, I spent all my life mentoring the leaders of the world, believe it or not. So I've taken the best lawyers in the world, the best doctors, and I brought them into divine law, divine medicine, divine politics. So there is a shift, and it's a thriving shift of people who have a higher vibration, a much higher vibration in the world. The other industry, anything to do with environmental. Yep, environmental, divine environment, divine Mother Nature. I have a relationship with Mother Nature like no one in the world. Yes. And she talks to me all the time. She's thrilled, ecstatic.
She's actually demonstrating with the scientific numbers how much happier and how much verdant meaning is a big word for fertile, that she is right now in this. I mean, even the whales and the sharks and all of the beautiful creatures that make this world amazing are flourishing right now because we've taken a human time out, which is very important on all levels, mental, physical, spiritual, to take a time out.
Yeah, I agree. So I actually can hear the heartbeat of Mother Nature all the time. And her heartbeat changed in the last months. Heartbeat was very, very low. Now it's a brisk. It's like somebody walking and the heartbeat is increasing because they're happy. Their endorphins are being released. That's the way Mother Nature feels now. So humanity could not survive unless we went through this particular process. We'll call it a process. So 10%
of cosmic reset. We've cosmically
a reset. Yeah. It's actually a new earth. There's a new earth being created. So 10% is going to be bricks and mortars. And so there's going to, the internet, tremendous opportunity for the internet to expand and become more humanized. So Rustie, I'm going to teach you something that I know you don't know, and you're going to be surprised. So I was one of the people who allowed the internet to go public. Yes, I did secret projects for the government. So I built all the technology. So there was only one reason why the internet went public. You know what it was? To bridge all humanity knowing no ethnicity. To bridge all humanity knowing no ethnicity. So that was the foundation that I played in the internet. See, I'm able to program everything. Everything that exists on the earth, I can program. It's called sonorous energy programming. I'm a master of words and sound. I could take the sound of everything and then program it. So I programmed the internet, the public internet, and I was the first person on public internet to bridge all humanity, knowing no ethnicity. It did that, and it's beautiful. You are talking to people all over the world. I talk to people. I knew no ethnicity when I was a child and when I was in the womb. I've never known ethnicity. Yes, I only know beautiful people. So knowing that now, this new earth, this reset, as Rustie said, it is going to bring a world that's lighter, happier. It's going to bring families. If men and women are working at homes, they're going to take the time to have lunches with their children. They're going to take the time to play with their children. I have 380 animals, Rustie, wild animals too. And I play with my animals every single day. And each one of them has an individual personality. So what's going to thrive? Wealth is going to thrive. Yes. So do not play the game of the victim in the world. There are no victims. There are no bad dogs. There are bad owners. There are no bad people. It's just a thought process. You don't want to go there. You want to stay in highly vibrating words. I'm going to give you a great one. You are infinite worth. You are infinite worth. I have several new programs. One is creating an unbreakable spirit. So when you have an unbreakable spirit, you thrive. Every time I ask the universe, God, however one person wants to relate, I always get the answer. So I was sitting in my office and I said, wouldn't it be great to be able to automate a person's life? That means get rid of all their stuff. I mean, no negative imprinted memory, no mind chatter, no thinking about your past, only staying in the present and creating the present. So it took about 6 weeks and I downloaded all the information. And to automate your life is to thrive, because in the world that we live in, everything is possible. And I'm proof of that because that's all I've done. I've created the impossible every single day. And so, as an example, when I was a little boy and the teachers would say there's 24 hours in a day, and I would go, no, there isn't. Time is infinite. Yeah. Everything is infinite. Everything. So I'm going to teach your listeners something you probably don't even know. That everyone has a treasure chest. Fine, sure. Everybody has a treasure chest. And in that treasure chest is all your ideas, all the wealth you created, and all the past lives. And so if you really believe in yourself, you could start connecting to that treasure chest, and it brings you over the wisdom, it brings you over the wealth, it brings you over the happiness, everything necessary so you can thrive at the highest level. I've never known nothing but thriving in this world, and I'm continuing to thrive. So I want to see everyone have abundance. Ask for abundance. Ask for riches. Yeah. And the way that you're going to receive it, really, really take the time to be your authentic self. I heard Rustie talking about that. It's really important to be the authentic version of your soul. The authentic version of your soul. I say anything I please to anybody in the world without ever any repercussions, because there's no bad intention. So I'm gonna share it with your listeners really quick. Intention has 7 faces. To really, really thrive in the world, you have to know those 7 faces. And I'm going to send it to Rustie. I'm going to send the 7 faces. And then any of you listeners who want the 7 faces of intention. So imagine right now, today, having 7 foundations instead of 1. Imagine what your life can be like. Yes. And so the divinity in the world has always had 7 foundations, but people didn't know. Yeah. But you will know because Rustie will provide it. I'll be sending it to her as soon as this broadcast is over, and she'll be able to share it. She'll put it on a website. So 7 faces of intention. Do we have 1 minute for me to read the poem?
Yeah, we got to wrap up. It goes by really fast. So go ahead.
Yeah. No. So 3 weeks ago, divinity woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and said, you have to create this poem for the world. And it's gone around the world. The title is Nightmare or New Earth. As all earth slept, not knowing what was to begin, all living things on earth silently moved in a new rhythm. That rhythm created a new sound. Was it hope or gloom? It was quiet. It was clear. The air was alive and brisk, and the sound was definitely hope. The earth cried, stood up and danced throughout the night. Was I dreaming? A nightmare had passed, or the beautiful ray of hope now shining on me and all humanity. Humanity was healing, Mother Earth too. The beauty that is the soul of earth glimmering in the daylight sun. Yes, 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 I know. The nightmare had passed, and the beauty of the soul of the new earth had begun as God planned. All of humanity and Mother Earth rejoices. There can be no sadness when the heart of God shines in all living things. Written by the hand of humanity and the heart of God and the hope of Dr. Richard London. Hope, hope, hope at the highest level. Say it 9 times. 9 is the ultimate number. If you have an affirmation or favorite number, always say it 9 times. Yes.
Dr.
Yeah.
London, thank you so much for your interesting perspective. We got off on a little bit of a bumpy start. My largest question to you is, you have 360 animals?
380.
380?
Yes.
What kind of food budget do you have, Lord?
Tens of thousands of dollars a month. So for 30 years, I've been rescuing wild animals. Yes. And so I have them in reserves all around the world. Growing up with no fear, it was very easy. And I've never been bitten by any animal on this earth. Never. Yes. Accidentally hurt? Yes, because they're big. Yeah. But
yeah, that's
never.
amazing. That what a great philanthropic, you know what I'm saying.
Philanthropic, yes.
It's done today. I do 4 or 5 of these in a row, and it's like, it's
right.
So
right.
Do you have 2 tips or tricks that you would ask everybody to do during this time to raise their vibration, to get themselves on more of a positive spiritual path?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are only 2 words that really exist in the world today. There's no, which is negativity, and then yes, I know. God and I, we program it. So if you're frustrated, if you can't do something, yes, I know, yes, I know, yes, I know, 9 times. So yes, I know is divine energy. It's been programmed to create. Plus, it'll move you out of a dark space that you're in. Yes, I know. 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 Yes. It even feels good. Yeah. When I was a little kid, I never said no ever in my life to my parents. Only yes. Yep. And then I learned yes, I know. Because the ultimate state, which you know, Rustie, is knowing, right, Rustie? Yeah. Is knowing. Yes. Sounds beautiful, knowing. So it's been a pleasure to be on your program. If anybody wants to reach me, I'd like people to go to automatealife.com because I only came out of retirement to save people's lives and to help people become fifth dimensional. And that's what I'm doing. And it's working out really well.
Thank you, Dr. London. I appreciate your time and your service. And
oh, thanks, Rustie.
One day you'll have to tell me about all the animals, because that's a lot to take on. Ooh, Lord. I have 2 dogs. Yeah. That's more than enough. I couldn't imagine 380.
Yeah, in my house I have 11.
11. Oh my God, you're busy.
And one of my dogs is pregnant. My first experience with female dog babies. She's gonna have babies this week. Her name is Princess. We rescued her 5 weeks ago, and we rescued her and she was pregnant.
Oh wow. Princess has a new start with all her babies. They're so cute and they smell so yummy.
Yeah. Do you know most dogs don't even know that they're pregnant? She doesn't know that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I actually have read that.
Yeah. And here's the other funny thing your listeners are going to love. You never know what size the puppies are going to be unless you know the father. Because the vet said, would you like to have a radiograph for Princessa? And I said, no. She says, well, we'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, because you never know what size of the dog mated with your dog.
Back in the old days, they used to say the amount of tits that the dog had would be the largest size of the litter. And so if they only had 6, they wouldn't have more than 6, was the theory.
Right. I think she's going to have, I have a feeling she's going to have 4, my intuition. She's going to have 4 puppies.
That's more than enough. That's a lot of puppy love.
Yeah, so then I'll have 15 animals in the house.
Oh, Lord. Including yourself?
And I have a pit bull, too. Yes.
I love pit bulls.
Yeah. His name is Angel. Yeah. So I have 2 boxers, a pit bull, and 3 small dogs, 4 cats. Yeah. Yep.
You're a busy man, Dr. London.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, Living and Thriving.
You're welcome.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, living is it. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. You're watching Living and Thriving with Rustie. I'm Rustie. That was Dr. London, and it was a quick introduction to fifth dimensional thinking, as well as back to quantum leaping, which I've done many shows on. They're very amazing ideas and theories. I know people who swear by it. I personally haven't experienced it that I know of, but I am very interested, and I think it's very honest science. Definitely go and check out Dr. London's work to get more information. I believe he has more poems too, so that would be really fun because those are divinely written versus creatively written. So it's kind of a thing that comes from God or the universe or your higher power. You guys know what I'm talking about. We do this all the time. Passion, creativity, getting authentic with yourself, being of service, doing what is in your highest and greatest good. That's all that this is about. And it's exciting because we get to travel all over the world to meet wonderful people with wonderful stories and inspiration, motivation, and they challenge and liberate your thinking outside of the box into a place in which you can live and thrive. So until next time, know that you're loved, know that you're beautiful, and I'll see you on the other side.